Good morning, Eastern North Carolina. I'm First Alert meteorologist Russell James. After an unsettled start to the week, it's looking like we're going to finally start turning a corner in terms of warming up and seeing some sunshine returning across the east. The coastal low completely exited the area last night, and we might see some clouds and some light drizzle to the northern part of our viewing area, but for most of us, we should be fairly dry. And then again, warmer temperatures and sunshine returning just in time for the end of the week. And this is just a recap of what we saw over the past couple of days. We saw wind gusts as high as 63 miles an hour along parts of our area beaches, particularly near Jeanette's Pier, gusts up to 59 miles an hour there in Ducks Pier, and then eventually the wind started to decrease the further south you went. But at least for today, we're on tap on seeing some sunshine and mild temperatures across the region. You might need just t-shirt and light jacket for today as we kick off temperatures into low 60s against some isolated drizzle north, but then we begin to break out the sunshine later into the afternoon. Temperatures steadily warming up into the low 70s with a westerly breeze at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For those of you going to the beach today, at least we're going to be seeing temperatures into the mid 70s. Low tide will be around 10 a.m. High tide again around 4:30 p.m. High risk rip currents for the Outer Banks. Crystal Coast low risk seas will be generally around 2 to 3 feet, and we'll have winds coming in generally from the southwest shifting to west at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. First alert radar nice and quiet. There are some isolated showers near the triangle, and even there goes at least the last bit of the coastal low pretty much over eastern Virginia and stretching across Delmarva. It's going to be this same area of low pressure that's going to depart off towards the north and the east, and in its wake we're going to be seeing high pressure begin to build in. And we'll have those winds becoming light and variable at times out of the south and the west. That's going to allow temperatures to skyrocket from the 70s up into around 87 degrees Friday into Saturday. And then we'll start seeing temperatures decrease down into the low 80s as we head into Sunday and into early Monday. So for those of you going out to the BYU versus ECU football game on Saturday, tailgate should be very nice. East-northeasterly breezes at around 13 miles an hour. Kickoff at 7:30. Temperatures should be around 75 degrees. And then heading home, we should be seeing some temperatures relaxing back towards the low to middle 70s. So while it's nice and quiet, at least closer to home, meanwhile, the tropics still quite active. We're watching two areas. This one disturbance here has about a 90% chance of developing, and looking at the satellite presentation on this, wouldn't be surprised if we get a tropical depression or a named storm as soon as today. Meanwhile, we are watching another area here that has a 20% chance of developing over the next 7 days. This one will be slow to occur, and most of the forecast guidance continue to be on and off in terms of whether the system will develop. But this one towards the north and west of it definitely has a pretty decent chance of becoming at least a very strong tropical storm or a hurricane, and a lot of the forecast guidance continues to keep it very close to Bermuda before recurving it out to sea. Meanwhile, that secondary system, some chances of it possibly fizzling out over the next several days. So at least in the short term, can't rule out a stray shower at least for today. 20% chance in the forecast, but then we dry out, especially going into Thursday and Friday. Highs around 87 degrees, overnight lows into the upper 50s and lower 60s. Stay tuned to WITN, WITN.com, and the WITN First Alert weather app for the latest information.